Welcome Battle Brothers, I'm the Epic Narrator. Today we're going to be painting a Rogue Trader Sentinel. Now this model is almost as old as I am. It came out in 1989, would you believe? So we have a real relic on our hands today. This is not a super crazy painting guide. This is just how I like to paint my miniatures. We're going to be using coat d'arms paints where possible because they're period appropriate, and the techniques in here should be accessible to any level of painter. You'll need to stick around to the end of the video to see how these models turned out. These models with that chicken leg stance are an absolute pig to stick. I had to go for a combination of epoxy and super glue. The basing texture is just sand, PVA glue and water mixed in. Also, I've undercoated them with spray primer. First a matte black and next a dusting of Corax white. Now adding the undercoat really does bring out the fact that the glue has made this thing into a hideous mess. But don't worry, we're going to use that to our advantage a little bit later on. First thing I did was hit up the base with that classic colour Goblin Green. I also added a green wash, an Army Painter green wash. Normally I do my bases last, but I thought I'd try something different today. And to be honest, wasn't a big fan of it. Next time I'm going to be painting the base last. Just do whatever's right for you. First base coat colour is going to be Field Grey. I think this Field Grey really captures that kind of old school Imperial Guard look I'm really going for. After the grey's done, I'm just going to go and pick out the bits that I think are going to be silver or metallic. So the gun and little studs on the armour, that kind of thing. Other base colours are going to be gold for the Aquila and any leg joints, black for the gun and shoulder pads, and also we're going to be using linen for the helmet. The reason we're going to be using linen is not many things are pure white, and I like the soft natural tone this linen colour gets. Finally, we're going to do the face with sun-tanned flesh and the visors with coat d'arms dark blue. And here they are with just their base coats. Fit for the battlefield, I think. Next step is going to be no surprise. We're going to be dousing this model with a dark tone, in this case Army Painter dark tone. The only bits of the model that aren't getting a dark tone are going to be the helmet and the face, which are going to get just a soft tone from Army Painter. And here they are before the wash is dried, and here they are after the wash is dried. Now, I think already these guys are looking good. This might be the look that you're going for. Me, I just want to do a few more extra things to them to give them that grim dark look. The armour's going to get a quick dry brush with Field Grey and Mild Grey. I'm going to bring out that linen colour again on the helmet. We're going to go and pick out the silver and also the golds again and make them pop just that little bit more. The skin gets an extra highlight of suntanned flesh mixed in with flesh colour. So again, one of the best things that I think about coat d'arms paints is that they don't have any ridiculous names. So when I say flesh colour, that is the actual name of the coat d'arms paint. And here they are with their highlights. Now for some people, this would be the look they're going for. Some people like that pristine model look. Me, I like them to look a little bit more grimy. So that's what we're going to do now. And before I do that, I'm just going to use Barrow blue on the pilot's visors and also on those headlights. Now what I think is quintessential to the Rogue Trader look is pin lining bits of those armour plates and bits that are going to be in shadow. So I'm just going to take Army Painter dark tone and pin line any bits that I think are going to be in the recesses. Now, of course, the eagle-eyed of you are going to have seen that there are a lot of nasty glue marks over these models because they are so difficult to stick. But that's not a problem. It's going to work in our favour. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to weather them. The way I'm going to weather them is just add some dark washes. So the dark brown to sort of simulate a little bit of rust and mud, and I'm going to be using the Coat d'Arms Black Wash. Now I love this super wax wash because it has a natural sheen to it. So I'm just going to use a thicker brush and a toothpick, and I'm just going to sort of spray and flick that dirt and grime onto the model. I'm also going to use this Coat d'Arms onto the shoulder pads of the pilot. Again, because to me I think that they might be leather or metal, so this Coat d'Arms has a nice natural sheen to it. And to some of that weathering, I'm just going to add some hard coat, because that hard coat has got a very glossy shine to it. So this is where I think maybe the mud is still wet, or there's oil, or maybe even pneumatic fluid dripping out from the model. And here's the final result. I think not too bad for a few hours work, not including letting the washes dry. So with the washes drying, maybe we're talking about 3 hours here. Now I think, yeah, it's a respectable effort. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. We've also got him here standing next to a Rogue Trader Space Marine. If you want to see how I painted this guy, you can follow the links above. Okay, so that brings us to the end then, Battle Brothers. I hope you enjoyed this painting journey. Please remember to like and subscribe to the chapter. We have plenty more 40k content where that came from. And until next time, brothers, may the Emperor protect you through Nurgle's blood.